being in this opportunity? Because I know you didn't control your own fate, so to speak, with the way the draw went or the tie. But did that kind of keep the edge to the season going because you just had to continually be there watching and all stay together? I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's been strange. You know, it's been the way the season racked up was a weird one for us because we basically played a heavy early season and then had a week off last week, and that was the way it was always going to be. And you know, if we'd have scored one more goal or kept one more goal out in that last GRFC game, we'd have qualified and we could have taken a couple of days off and then got back to work for playoffs. But the way it worked, we had to take a week off, which happened to be the holiday week, so it was nice. We got a little break, and you know, we were waiting until that Saturday, and we got to watch it, and with a lot of suspense, and managed to see Milwaukee score a last-minute goal that put us through. You know, so there was a lot of celebrations going on here on Saturday, and then we were able to come right back to work yesterday.
I was gonna say, then you got to hit the reset button and focus in. So what's the approach this week? Because you got to win to stay alive now.
Yeah, I mean, well, we were all hopeful, you know, that we'd have a chance. I think we all knew in our team that we were good enough to finish in the top two, and we deserved to be there. But, you know, at the end of the day, we didn't take care of business in that last game to make it done. But, you know, we're there now, and we were able on Saturday to celebrate a little bit, and there was a lot of happy emotion within the team and the staff and everybody Saturday. But then I think when you wake up Sunday, it's time to get back to it. So we started training yesterday, and you know, a little bit of rust with a few days off, but you know, the goal for this week will just be pick it up every day and get a little bit better. Obviously, you know, it's different now because in the regular season you're preparing for 2 teams a weekend, and you're always got an eye on next week and the week after. I mean, when you get to playoffs, it's just about Saturday and it's one team, so we're able to focus a little bit more on them and focus on some small details that we didn't spend as much time on in the season, and it just kind of changes the mindset for everybody.
When guys are the age that you're coaching now, I mean, do you have to do much motivating or teaching to get them focused in, or I mean, maybe you do, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think the motivation comes from setting goals and all being on the same page, you know, I mean, which we've had all season. I mean, we've got a group of boys that they all come from winning college programs and successful other programs and pro teams, so they all have a joint desire to be successful and to win. So I don't think there's too much work needed there as far as motivating to win. I think it's just keeping everyone on the same page, you know, and when we find out we're playing, I know everyone's very excited for it to have that chance, and I think in a game like Saturday and when you get to playoffs, I mean, I'd say of any age, especially this one, the MPSL, I mean, you shouldn't have to get anybody up for a game, you know, I mean, they better be ready for it, and I think they are, you know, everybody knows that.
Can you tell me about the opponent a little bit? You haven't played them, right?
No, never. I mean, we're going off video. I spent a day yesterday and some today watching them, and you know, trying to get the scouting reports you can. We got a lot of working off videos from their regular season, which we get to see, but it's very difficult to do, you know, is try to get an eye on things they do well and maybe some areas that we can exploit. So, you know, we're preparing for that this week, but you know, we know, I think in any soccer league you got to focus on yourself most importantly, and we know at this point through our season what we do well, and maybe some things that we don't do well that we've learned from, that we've conceded goals with. So we want to try to work on those, and we'll be ready for the weekend.
If you string a few wins together here at this juncture, what do you think would be key to that? I mean, when you're talking about weaknesses that you want to improve.
Yeah, well, I mean, for us, we know we're very good when we play on a counter-attack. You know, we have to create space for our attackers to play. You know, we got a lot of pace, we got a lot of speed, and our best games, Ann Arbor game, second game, but I think both Detroit games when we were very good going forward, we managed to drop in and defend a little bit deeper and then exploit spaces when we go forward. So we know that's a way that we have to play. We know that set plays are very important, you know, throw-ins, corners, free kicks. So we'll be spending a lot of time this week to get ready in those areas.
You guys, I don't know the league that well, but I have to believe you have one of the best followings, just based on the turnout at a home game.
Yeah.
I know you don't get to take all that with you to Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
But knowing that you have that support, how does that help when you're about to embark on a road trip that you're about to make?
You know what, it is incredible. I mean, we're not going to have the 5,000 people in Minnesota supporting there, but the crazy thing is it's a 10-hour trip, and I know that we'll have some supporters there, and I know there's already a plan for some supporters and some of the Grand Army to make the trip there, which, I mean, it's crazy in itself, isn't it? It shows you how committed they are and what a big part of our club and our team they are. And I know all of the fans that don't make the trip, they'll be watching. There'll be a watch party at Speakeasy on on Saturday. They will be streaming it and showing it there, so I imagine that place will be packed. And you know, even if the fans aren't there in the stadium like they are maybe here at Houseman, I mean, the boys know, we all know that they'll be watching, and we're playing for more than, you know, just ourselves. We're representing the city and representing a lot of great supporters that have been there all season for us to hopefully come back to Michigan next week and play in front of them.
There's a unique sense of pride with this organization. I mean, and is that, I know it has to motivate you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, 100% it does. I mean, you know, the motto of the team all year has been for the city, and I think that's what GRFC is built on. It's, you know, we always try to have local players. You know, we always try to have the best players from West Michigan, and even the players that come from outside of West Michigan naturally get, I think, a pretty strong connection to this city. I think that's what a lot of people do, and I think everyone knows that, and that's what our club is about. You know, it is Grand Rapids. They are representing our whole city when they play, and we know that every time we step on the field and every time we train. That's what we're doing, and yeah, I think that goes a long way in making a sustainable, successful program.
Are you worried about a 10-hour trip, or what concern do you have? And I know you're not worried, but what concerns do you have about a trip like that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you never love it, do you? You don't want to be traveling that far for a game. You know, I wish we were at home, or I wish we were close to home, but it's life. You know, it's the way this league goes. If you're going to play playoffs, you've got to make those trips. You know, and we're lucky. We have great ownership and great management that we'll travel the right way. You know, so it sucks that we got to go that far, but we'll travel all day Friday. We'll spend the night Friday, and you know, spend some time in Minnesota and in Duluth. We'll have all Saturday to train a little bit, get ready, and then be ready for the Saturday night game. So it shouldn't affect the players. You know, the way we can travel and do things the right way, so they're in the right frame of mind, physically and mentally, to perform their very best on Saturday.
And then just a couple more. It's fun with the World Cup going on, and now you're in the playoffs. I mean, does that add some buzz to this thing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, it's this time of year, well, every 4 years, this place goes a little bit crazy too, don't they? I mean, obviously with disappointment of the US not playing, but I still think people are really behind the World Cup, as they always are. So it gives you that, you know, and the boys spend a lot of time watching games together. They have a little pool going, and yeah, it definitely helps, you know, getting to see that every day and spend every day watching games to then get on the field on the weekend and do it ourselves.
And then your opponent, what's key against, I know that you have to execute the things on your side, but if you have to shut down some things that they do, what are some of those things you're looking at game plan wise?
I mean, you know, it's a playoff game, so playoff games are so different to a regular season game, and that it's going to be a little bit tighter. You don't want to give anything away, you know, so I think it will be a little bit more conservative than maybe ways we've played in the past. You know, and it's all about small moments. I mean, you've got to win the battles and set plays, and take your moments when they come. You know, these one-off games are often won through moments of brilliance or moments of stupidity. So we've got to make sure that we're on the right end of those, and we're prepared, I think, mentally more than anything for it. You know, and the good thing with these boys, I mean, we haven't been in the playoffs in the last couple of years, so it's a nice one to get back here, and I think we all feel like we got a point to prove, and we're going to make sure we take it.